My name is Ashley Bennett, and I am 30 years old. If you've ever given your all to your family only to be treated like an afterthought, if you've sacrificed everything for people who don't even see you, then this story is for you. Because on a cold December night last year, I walked into my parents' house for the first time in 5 years, heart full of hope, believing that love could still heal what had been broken. Instead, I walked out forever, changed, stronger, and finally free. Let me take you back to Cincinnati, Ohio, where I grew up in a modest split-level home with 10 shingles and a front yard that never quite stayed green. My parents, Diane and Robert Bennett, raised us with strict rules and louder expectations. My older brother, Kyle, was the golden child, praised for average grades, celebrated for minor achievements, handed money whenever he asked. My younger sister, Nicole, was the baby, the one who got new clothes every season, surprise trips, and bedtime stories. And me? I was the quiet one, the responsible one, the one who stayed late at school to help teachers, who brought home straight A's, who never complained when dinner was leftovers. I loved my family. I wanted to belong. So when I started working full-time at 19 as a junior accountant, I made a silent promise. I would make sure they never struggled. By the time I was 24, I was quietly paying their $1,500 monthly mortgage, routing the payment through a third-party app so they wouldn't know it was me. I told myself it was a gift, a way to honor my parents for raising me. But deep down, I think I was trying to earn their love. At the same time, Nicole started college at Ohio State University, a dream she said she couldn't afford. Within days of her acceptance, I set up automatic transfers of $1,500 every month, $18,000 a year, into her student account. I worked overtime, skipped vacations, lived in a tiny apartment with a leaky faucet and a heater that rattled like a dying engine. I did it all so she could walk across that stage one day with her head high. And I never told a soul, not even Nicole. She believed our parents were covering her. They let her believe it. They let her thank them. They let her post #grateful for my parents on Instagram while I ate ramen noodles in the dark. For 7 years, I lived this double life. The invisible provider, the forgotten daughter. Then came the invitation. A Christmas card arrived in November, handwritten by my mom. "We'd love to have you back this year, Ashley. It wouldn't be the same without you." My hands trembled. Was this real? Were they finally ready to see me? I bought a plane ticket, packed my best dress, even picked up a vintage cookbook for Mom, a replica of the one she used when I was a kid. I arrived early, carrying gifts, my heart pounding with hope. But the moment I stepped inside, the air changed. Kyle smirked. "Look who decided to show up." My dad barely looked up from his phone. "You're lucky we invited you. Most families wouldn't after how you've acted." Mom gave me a stiff hug. "We're trying, Ashley. Don't ruin it." I swallowed hard. I just want to be here. To be part of this. Dinner was worse. I was seated at the kids' table, next to the dog crate, while Kyle sat at the head with his new girlfriend, laughing loudly about his promotion at the car dealership. Nicole was at the main table, sipping wine, chatting with Aunt Linda. No one mentioned my gifts. No one thanked me. And when I tried to speak, Mom interrupted. "Let the adults talk, dear." Later, I overheard Kyle in the kitchen. "She still thinks she's one of us. Can you believe she showed up in that cheap dress?" Dad chuckled. "She'll never be like us. Too serious. No style. No fun." That was it. The final straw. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just stood up, gathered my coat, and left, without saying goodbye. In the Uber on the way back to the airport, I made a decision: no more. No more pretending. No more sacrificing. No more being invisible. First, I called my attorney. The house my parents lived in? Legally, it was still under my grandfather's estate, but I had power of attorney and had been making payments for 6 years. With proper documentation, I filed to transfer ownership into my name. The bank confirmed every payment had come from my account. Title passed to me within 3 weeks. Then I reached out to Nicole. We met at a quiet cafe in Columbus. I brought bank statements, screenshots, receipts, everything. You need to know the truth, I said gently. Your tuition? It wasn't mom and dad. It was me. Her face went pale.
What?
That's not possible. They told me they saved for it. They lied, I said. And I let them, because I wanted you to feel supported. But it's time you knew. She stared at the documents, tears welling. I thanked them. I posted about them. All this time it was you. I nodded. And I did it because I love you. Not because I wanted credit. But they manipulated you. Just like they did me. She hugged me tight, sobbing. I'm so sorry, Ashley. I had no idea. We agreed. No more lies. She moved in with me temporarily. We planned a fresh start. But Kyle wasn't done. 2 months later, he showed up at my door, desperate, unshaven, eyes bloodshot. I need help, he said. I'm in $50,000 of debt. Credit cards, loans, gambling. If I don't pay, I'll lose my job, my car, everything. I crossed my arms. You made those choices, Kyle. Not me. But you're successful now, he pleaded. You could invest in my new business, a luxury car detailing service. I have a contract with a dealership. All I need is $25,000 to get started. I studied him. Something felt off. Show me the contract. He hesitated. It's on my laptop. I'll email it. He never did. Instead, a week later, I received a call from my bank. Ms. Bennett, a loan application has been submitted in your name for $30,000. Your signature is attached. I froze. I didn't apply for any loan. The document appears legitimate, they said. But we flagged it due to unusual activity. I demanded the file. When I opened it, my blood boiled. My signature, forged. A fake business plan. Fake client list. Fake contracts. All created by Kyle. He hadn't just tried to scam me. He'd committed fraud in my name. This time, I didn't stay quiet. I contacted my lawyer. Filed a police report. And then I did something bold. I shared everything with our extended family via a private Facebook group with 40 relatives. I uploaded the bank records, the forged documents, the timeline of my secret payments. I wrote, for years, I supported our family in silence. Now the truth is out. I won't be exploited anymore. The response was immediate. Some were shocked. Others admitted they'd always suspected favoritism. A few defended Kyle, but most were furious at the betrayal. Within days, the police arrested Kyle for identity theft and financial fraud. The dealership dropped his fake contract. His boss found out and fired him. And when the bank investigated the mortgage, they discovered my parents had lied about income for years. The house went into foreclosure. They lost everything. Their reputation in the community collapsed. Friends stopped calling. Church members whispered. And for the first time, they faced consequences. Nicole and I packed our lives into a U-Haul and moved to Portland, Oregon, a city with rain, trees, and second chances. I found a better accounting job. Nicole transferred to Portland State University, and I continued supporting her. Openly, proudly. No more secrets. We built a new life, one based on honesty, respect, and real love. I even started therapy to heal from years of emotional neglect. One session, my counselor asked, "When did you stop feeling like enough?" I realized it wasn't one moment. It was thousands being ignored, minimized, erased.
But now?
Now I felt seen. 6 months after the move, Nicole graduated with honors in psychology. At the ceremony, she dedicated her speech to the sister who raised me without ever being called mom. The crowd clapped. I cried. Later, my mom called. "We miss you," she said. "Can we fix this?" "You can," I replied. "Start by telling the truth." To Nicole.
To yourselves.
And understand, I'm not coming back to be mistreated. If we rebuild, it's on equal ground. No more hierarchy. No more lies.
She didn't respond.
Maybe she never will.
And that's okay.
I've learned the hardest lesson. Family doesn't entitle anyone to exploit your worth. Blood isn't a free pass to disrespect, manipulate, or drain you. True family protects, lifts up, stands beside you, not above you. I also learned that boundaries aren't punishment. There's self-respect. Saying no isn't cruelty. It's survival. And sometimes, walking away isn't running, it's rising. Today, Nicole and I share a cozy cottage near Forest Park. We cook together, hike on weekends, laugh like we used to as kids. I still support her, not out of guilt, but out of love. And I support myself too. I bought my first home, took a vacation to Hawaii, started a blog about financial independence for women in toxic families. If you've ever been the giver in a one-sided relationship, if you've been called strong as an excuse to carry everyone else's weight, let this story remind you, you are not a bank. You are not a servant. You are not invisible. You are worthy just as you are. And the greatest gift you can give your family might not be money. It might be the courage to say, I see you, and I see myself, and I choose me. If this story touched you, please hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. Your voice matters. And together, we can prove that healing begins when you stop begging for love and start demanding respect.